हेलो डियर स्टूडेंट्स। सो आई एम श्योर आप अच्छे से होंगे बेटा। तो perhaps this is our lecture number 4, isn't it? Yes, it is our lecture number 4. ठीक है ना बेटा? So in lecture number 1 we have discussed the Coulomb's law. Then the lecture number 2 and lecture number 3 we have discussed the problems on the lecture on the Coulomb's law, isn't it? ठीक है ना बेटा? Okay. Now next we are continuing with the examples, but here we will be specifically discussing the previous year questions. Okay. We'll be discussing a couple of AIMS questions, a few NEET questions, and a few JEE maths questions. Okay. तो आप यहाँ ध्यान दीजिए बेटा. Okay. So question number 1 जो आपके पास है बेटा, that's the right on the screen. ठीक है बेटा? You can read it out or you can take the screenshot as well. ठीक है ना बेटा? And this question has been asked in the AIMS 2016. Okay. You can see that question has been asked in the AIMS 2016. Okay. So the question is like this. This has been asked in AIMS 2016. So let me highlight it for you. ठीक है ना बेटा? The question is simply like this. It's an easy question. ठीक है बेटा? Okay. So question is simply like this. There are two charged spheres separated by a distance d, exert some force on each other. Fine. Okay. If they are immersed in liquid of dielectric constant 2. Okay. So dielectric constant is given, that is equal to 2. ठीक है ना बेटा? Okay. Then what is the force exerted if all other conditions are same? ठीक है ना बेटा? So already we have discussed, अगर आपको याद होगा बेटा, we have discussed the dielectric constant, isn't it? So dielectric constant अगर आपको याद होगा बेटा, that's equal to F naught divided by Fm, isn't it? Let me write it here. We can solve this problem here obviously. So K is simply equal to what? K is equal to F naught divided by Fm. ठीक है ना बेटा? It's equal to F naught divided by Fm. Now what you want to write is this. We want to calculate what is the force when the two charged particles are separated with a medium. So what that force will be equal to? वो force किसके बराबर होगा बेटा? वो force होगा बेटा obviously F naught divided by K, isn't it? ठीक है ना बेटा? आप देख लो बेटा, F आपके पास है F, and what about the dielectric constant? That is equal to 2. ठीक है ना बेटा? Dielectric constant is 2. So the answer is simply F by 2. तो ये रहा आपके पास option. So the answer is F by 2. So you don't have to do anything else in it. ठीक है ना बेटा? Simple है बेटा, F by 2. Okay. Let's switch to the another problem. तो यहाँ ध्यान दीजिए बेटा. This is your example number 2. All right. So the example number 2 is simply like this: two positive ions, and this question has been asked in the AIMS AIMS 2015. Okay, so this question has been asked in the AIPMT 2010. This one asked in AIPMT 2010. ठीक है ना बेटा? So what's the question? ध्यान दीजिए बेटा. Question is simply, again, it's an easy question. Okay, I have sequenced the question in such a way that the easiest questions are first, and then as we proceed ahead, as we move ahead, the difficulty level of the question increases with time. ठीक है ना बेटा? With every passing question, the difficulty level increases. Okay. So question number 2 आपके पास ये है बेटा. There are two positive ions, each carrying a charge Q, are separated by a distance d. If force of repulsion between the two ions is F, ठीक है ना बेटा, is F, then the number of electrons missing from each ion will be. ठीक है बेटा? Easy question है बेटा. So let's try to work it out. यहाँ ध्यान दीजिए बेटा. So let's try to work it out. So what's given to you is that there are how many particles? There are two particles. Okay. So let me solve it for you. यहाँ ध्यान रखो बेटा. These are two particles. All right. So this is one charge particle, another charge particle. ठीक है बेटा? Then this is here. Its charge is plus Q, और इसका charge है बेटा plus Q. ठीक है ना बेटा? Now it is given to you that they repel each other. Obviously they will repel. Why they will repel? Because they are like charges. ठीक है ना बेटा? So force is given, that's equal to F, and the separation between these two charged particles, that's also given, that's equal to D. ठीक है ना बेटा? Separation between them is equal to D. All right. Now what you are supposed to calculate is that you will have to calculate the number of missing electrons on each of the particles. That means number of missing electrons here and number of missing electrons here. Why the number of missing electrons? The reason is that it is positively charged, and then you know that how an object becomes positively charged. It becomes positively charged simply with the loss of electrons. ठीक है ना बेटा? So there will be some missing electrons from here and some missing electrons from here as well. ठीक है ना बेटा? So simply what we are going to do is that we will use the Coulomb's law. ठीक है ना बेटा? F किसके बराबर होगा बेटा? It will be equal to K multiplied by Q into Q is Q square. ठीक है ना बेटा? Divided by distance square, that's here D square. ठीक है ना बेटा? Then next what I will do is this, I am in search of this Q. So let me calculate this Q. तो क्या आएगा बेटा? So this will be here. I will write it like this. Let me write it like this. I will write down here what? I will write down this F is equal to, यहाँ ध्यान दीजिए बेटा, K के बदले क्या लिखेंगे बेटा? 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. Q square divided by 4 pi epsilon naught. ठीक है ना बेटा? Then here it is D square. All right. Okay. So K square किसके बराबर आएगा बेटा? Q square आएगा बेटा 4 pi epsilon naught multiplied by F D square. समझ में आया बेटा? ठीक है ना बेटा? सिंपल कैलकुलेशन बेटा, इसमें कोई रॉकेट साइंस नहीं है ना बेटा. 4 pi epsilon naught multiplied by D square is equal to Q square. All right. So let's try to calculate the value of Q. तो Q किसके बराबर आएगा बेटा? Q will be equal to root of 4 pi epsilon naught multiplied by F into D square. ठीक है ना बेटा? Now next what I will use is that I will use the quantization. This Q will be equal to N multiplied by E, where N is the number of the missing electrons and E you know that is the charge of the one electron. All right, तो यहाँ क्या लिखेंगे बेटा, यहाँ लिखेंगे बेटा N multiplied by E is equal to what, root of 4 pi epsilon naught multiplied by FD square. ठीक है बेटा. Then finally we are supposed to calculate the value of N. तो N किसके बराबर आएगा बेटा, N आएगा बराबर बेटा 1 divided by E into root of this which is equal to 4 pi epsilon naught multiplied by FD square. तो ये रहा इसका आंसर बेटा. ठीक है ना बेटा. ओके, सो लेट मी हाईलाइट इट फॉर यू. यहाँ ध्यान दीजिए बेटा. सो दिस द वैल्यू ऑफ द N. ओके, ग्रेट. सिंपल था बेटा क्वेश्चन. सो वी हैव यूज्ड व्हाट, कूलम्स ला किसके बराबर, K मल्टीप्लाइड प्रोडक्ट ऑफ चार्ज डिवाइडेड बाय डिस्टेंस स्क्वायर. सो K स्क्वायर डिवाइडेड बाय D स्क्वायर. ठीक है ना बेटा. आई एम इन सर्च ऑफ दिस Q. सो लेट मी राइट इट लाइक दिस. K के बदले मैंने क्या लिखा बेटा, 1/4 pi epsilon naught. Then can I write like this, Q square is equal to F multiplied by 4 pi epsilon naught multiplied by D square. ठीक है ना बेटा. Q is equal to root of this. All right. Then Q के बदले मैंने क्या लिखा बेटा, N multiplied by E. अगर आपको N चाहिए तो बनेगा बेटा 1 by E into root of this. So this is the answer. Okay. Okay. तो यहाँ ध्यान दीजिए बेटा. So we are done with the question number. So this was question number 2 for you. All right. So we are done with the question number 2 as well. Okay. So let's move back. यहाँ ध्यान दीजिए बेटा. Okay, so let's move back. Now next what we have is that question number 3. Okay, so next we have the question number 3. ठीक है ना बेटा. And this question number 3 we have done. ठीक है बेटा. Okay, let me revise it quickly for you. So this question has been asked in the NEET 2019. आप यहाँ देख सकते हो बेटा. This question has been asked in the NEET 2019. Okay, so this question is asked in the NEET 2019. Okay, so here I am highlighting it for you. तो यहाँ ध्यान दीजिए बेटा आप. So question क्या है बेटा आपके पास? Question ये है बेटा आपके पास that the force between two identical spheres. There are two identical spheres. Charge is given to them. They are charged spheres. The force of repulsion between them is F. All right. Then 50% of the charge of the one sphere is transferred to the other sphere. Then the new force will be. You are supposed to calculate the new force in terms of old force. ठीक है ना बेटा. अगर आपको ध्यान होगा बेटा, मैंने वो शॉर्टकट ट्रिक आपको बोली थी बेटा. शॉर्टकट ट्रिक सिंपली करना क्या है बेटा, देखो बेटा हाउ वी कैन डू इट विद नो टाइम. यहाँ ध्यान दीजिए बेटा. 50% का मतलब क्या है बेटा, 50%. व्हाट दिस 50% मीन्स, इट मीन्स 1/2, isn't it? So this 50% simply means 1/2. ये आपको याद रखना बेटा. 100% is 1 obviously, 50% is 1/2, 25% is 1/4, 75% is 3/4. ठीक है ना बेटा. So what charge is transferred? 50%. That means 50% is subtracted from 1, added to the another. Simple ये करना है बेटा 1 minus 1/2. ठीक है ना बेटा. 1 minus 1/2 multiplied by 1 plus 1/2. If you are bit smart, you can do this problem orally. ठीक है ना बेटा. 1 minus 1/2 किसके बराबर है बेटा, 1/2. 1 plus 1/2 किसके बराबर है बेटा, 3/2. 3 1 3 2 2 4. तो आएगा बेटा क्या, 3/4. तो जो ही आपने 3/4 देखा तो आपने टिक मारा. सो दिस द ऑप्शन नंबर ए, दिस द करेक्ट आंसर. ठीक है ना बेटा. ओके, सो मोर ओवर वी हैव डन दिस एग्जांपल. ओके, सो दिस आवर क्वेश्चन नंबर 3. वी आर डन विद द क्वेश्चन नंबर 3. लेट्स स्विच अहेड, लेट्स मूव अहेड. यहां ध्यान दीजिए बेटा. ओके, सो कंसंट्रेट हियर. सो द न्यू क्वेश्चन यू हैव इज दिस. क्वेश्चन नंबर 4 आपके पास है बेटा. आस्क्ड इन JEE Man 2018 and in the EEE 2004 as well. We have done this problem as well. ठीक है ना बेटा. We are done with the problem. Okay, so I don't think that we need to solve this problem again. ठीक है ना बेटा, because it will waste a huge amount of time of ours. Okay, so I will keep this as home assignment for you. ठीक है ना बेटा, because we have done this already. Okay, so this will stay as a home assignment for you. So let's move ahead. So this is your question number 5, a very good question. So let's try to do this question number 5. ठीक है ना बेटा. So let's work it out. Let's work it out. पहले आप देखिए बेटा क्वेश्चन नंबर 5 है क्या बेटा. क्वेश्चन नंबर 5 is simply like this. Suppose the charge of proton and an electron differ slightly. Though we know that the charge of the proton is equal to the charge of the electron. ठीक है ना बेटा, magnitude wise. Charge of proton is equal to E plus E, which is equal to 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 coulomb. And what about the charge of the electron? That's minus 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 coulomb. ठीक है ना बेटा. Now this is a hypothetical problem. Hypothetical problem. ठीक है ना बेटा. So it says like this, that suppose the charge of the proton and an electron they differ slightly. One is minus E, that means the charge of the electron that's equal to minus E. ठीक है ना बेटा. Minus E is the charge of the electron. And whatever the charge of the proton that's given to E, it is equal to E plus delta E. ठीक है बेटा. If the net electrostatic force and the gravitational force between two hydrogen atoms placed at a distance of d apart is 0, then delta E is of the order of, आपके पास लेकिन ये d होना चाहिए. Okay. So you are supposed to calculate what's the magnitude of this delta E. ठीक है ना बेटा? Okay, you are supposed to calculate what's the value of this delta E. Delta E is of the order of, and this question has been asked in the NEET 2017. So easily we can do it. ठीक है ना बेटा? थोड़ा सा calculation इसमें लगेगा. So let's try to work it out. ठीक है ना बेटा? यहाँ आप ध्यान दीजिए बेटा, how we'll do it. Okay? So first of all, what you will do is that you will concentrate here. यहाँ ध्यान दीजिए बेटा. So it is like this. First of all, what is given is that this is a hydrogen atom. So one hydrogen atom here and another hydrogen atom here. ये हमारे पास दो hydrogen atoms है बेटा, ठीक है ना बेटा? So here we have two hydrogen atoms. All right? Okay. So this is a hydrogen atom and this hydrogen atom. Then we know that hydrogen atom, the first isotope contains one electron and contains one proton. Isn't it? ठीक है ना बेटा? So it contains what? One electron. So for example, here we have it contains a proton which is plus E charge. ठीक है ना बेटा? Then contains an electron whose charge is minus E. ठीक है ना बेटा? And this as well. So this is plus E and this charge is minus E. ठीक है ना बेटा? But you see the question that's hypothetical. It says that suppose that the charge of the proton is slightly more compared to the charge of the electron. ठीक है ना बेटा? कितना more है बेटा? Delta E. Okay, actually the net charge of this is equal to 0 and the net charge of this is also equal to 0. Now if for example इसका charge थोड़ा सा ज्यादा है तो इसका मतलब इसका net charge जो है ना बेटा that is equal to delta E. So जो इसका Q है that is equal to delta E. ठीक है ना बेटा? तो जो इसका Q है बेटा that will be also equal to delta E. It's a hypothetical problem. Otherwise in principle, in reality, the net charge of the hydrogen atom as a whole is electrically neutral, so the net charge is equal to 0. ठीक है ना बेटा? Now it is given to you. Now suppose that इसका charge है बेटा net charge delta E, इसका charge है delta E. We are supposed to calculate this. Okay. So then it is given to you that the gravitational force and the electrostatic force they balance each other. ठीक है ना बेटा? तो इस दिशा में होगा बेटा obviously electrostatic force, इस दिशा में होगा बेटा gravitational force which will be attractive in nature. What we are going to do is that we will be calculating electrostatic force using Coulomb's law. Great. We will be calculating gravitational force using Newton's law of gravitation. ठीक है ना बेटा? Then we will be equating the two equations. ठीक है ना बेटा? So that's what we'll do. So here we'll do it. यहाँ ध्यान दीजिए बेटा. So here we will do it. So let me equate these two equations. Fg is equal to electrostatic. ठीक है ना बेटा? Gravitational किसके बराबर होगा बेटा? It will be equal to G multiplied by m into m is m square divided by distance square है बेटा d square. ठीक है ना बेटा? यहाँ आएगा बेटा k multiplied by q square. So that will be equal to delta E whole square. Simply delta E multiplied by delta E is delta E square. ठीक है ना बेटा? Divided by d square. This d square is going to cancel with the d square. ठीक है ना बेटा? So we are in search of delta E. तो डेल्टा ई स्क्वायर किसके बराबर आएगा बेटा? डेल्टा ई स्क्वायर आएगा बेटा बराबर जी एम स्क्वायर डिवाइडेड बाई के स्क्वायर डिवाइड बाई के. सॉरी, ठीक है ना बेटा? ठीक है ना बेटा? यहां तक समझ में आया बेटा? सो डेल्टा ई विल बी ऑब्वियसली इक्वल टू रूट ऑफ जी डिवाइड बाई के. ठीक है ना बेटा? इसका रूट आएगा बेटा m by m is the mass of one hydrogen atom or the mass of the proton, because we can safely neglect the mass of the electron compared to the mass of proton. ठीक है ना बेटा? तो डेल्टा E किसके बराबर आएगा बेटा? बोलो बेटा. इसका वैल्यू approximately 6.67. we can take it 6.7 multiplied by 10 raised to the power minus 11. K का वैल्यू 9 into 10 raised to the power 9. ठीक है ना बेटा? Then M का वैल्यू, so multiplied mass of, so what is the mass? 6.7 again. So it's 1.672. Wait. So it's 1.672. ठीक है ना बेटा? So its mass is 1.672. I will take it 1.7 approximately. ठीक है ना बेटा? Into 10 raised to the power minus 27. ठीक है ना बेटा? Okay, all right. Now यहाँ ध्यान दीजिए बेटा. Delta E will be of the order of. Delta E is of the order of. यहाँ ध्यान रखो बेटा. 6.79. तो यहाँ क्या आएगा बेटा? This is 10 raised to the power minus 11. So then this is minus 11 minus 9. So that's 10 raised to the power minus 20. तो उसका रूट क्या आएगा बेटा? 10 raised to the power minus 10 आएगा बेटा ये. ठीक है ना बेटा? minus 11 9 ऊपर जाएगा बनेगा minus 9. ठीक है ना बेटा? So minus 11 minus 9 कितना है बेटा? minus 20. ठीक है बेटा? Then root of 10 raised to the power minus 20 will be 10 raised to the power minus 10. ठीक है बेटा? Then this here minus 27. तो यहाँ लिखेंगे बेटा minus 27. आपको सिर्फ ऑर्डर देखना है बेटा, एग्जैक्ट वैल्यू कैलकुलेट नहीं करना है बेटा. सो डेल्टा E will be of the order of 10 raised to the power minus 37. The problem is done. आंसर है बेटा ये. हो गया बेटा? ठीक है ना बेटा? आई एम श्योर आपको समझ में आया होगा. ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स इक्वल इलेक्ट्रोस्टैटिक फोर्स. डी स्क्वायर एंड डी स्क्वायर विल कैंसल. डी स्क्वायर एंड डी स्क्वायर विल कैंसल. ये और ये कैंसल हो जाएगा बेटा. जीएम स्क्वायर इज इक्वल के मल्टीप्लाइड बाय डेल्टा ई होल स्क्वायर. डेल्टा ई स्क्वायर इज इक्वल जीएम स्क्वायर डिवाइडेड बाय के. डेल्टा इज इक्वल टू रूट g के बदले 6.7 10 पर माइनस 11 9 1.7 फॉरगेट अबाउट दीज पैरामीटर्स, फॉरगेट अबाउट दिस एंड दिस, ठीक है ना बेटा। ओके देन देयर इज 10 पर माइनस 11, ये 9 ऊपर जाएगा तो क्या बनेगा बेटा -20 -11 -9 इज -20 रूट -20 इज -10 देन दिस इज -27 -10 -27 10 पर -37 ऑल राइट। तो ये रहा बेटा आपके पास आंसर 10 पर -37। ओके हियर आई विल राइट इट डाउन अगेन is equal to 10 raised to the power -37 coulomb, ठीक है बेटा। ओके ग्रेट, ठीक। ओके लेट्स स्विच द अनदर क्वेश्चन, लेट्स स्विच द अनदर क्वेश्चन। सो लेट्स स्विच द अनदर क्वेश्चन, यहां ध्यान दीजिए बेटा। ओके so we are done with the question number 5. Now next is question number 6 beta. Question number 6 is highly important and this question number 6 is an unlike NEET problem. Okay, ठीक है ना बेटा, and has been copy pasted from the IE Erodo. Okay, copy pasted from IE Erodo. Fine, but we can easily do it. ठीक है ना बेटा। ओके तो आप देख लो बेटा क्वेश्चन, पहले अच्छी तरह से पढ़ लो बेटा। क्वेश्चन है क्या बेटा, two identical charges suspended from a common point by two massless strings of lengths L are insulated distance of D. This is important, this D is very small compared to L, it's highly important, ठीक है ना बेटा। So this is highly important that this D is very small compared to L. All right, apart, ठीक है बेटा। The charges began to leak from both the spheres at a constant rate. Constant rate, I will underline this, highly important. As a result, the spheres approach each other with the velocity v. V is given to you with velocity v, they approach each other, ठीक है ना बेटा। Then v varies as a function of distance x between the spheres as. That means you have to see what is how v varies with x, how v is proportional to x, ठीक है ना बेटा। Is v directly proportional to x or they inversely proportional? Is v proportional root of x? Is v proportional 1 by root of x? वो आपको देखना है बेटा, ठीक है ना बेटा। Okay, so we have to see what is the relation between the v and x. Number 1, this question has been asked in the NEET 2016. Shouldn't have been asked. The reason is that in the NEET इतनी difficult problems नहीं आती हैं बेटा NEET में। Okay, but it is asked, so let's try it out. So asked in the IEEE 2011, that deserves it. Then copy paste from the Erodo, ठीक है ना बेटा। तो यहाँ ध्यान दीजिए बेटा। ओके सो लेट्स डू इट, लेट्स वर्क इट आउट, ठीक है ना बेटा। तो लेकिन इसके लिए मैंने कल बेटा आपको प्रॉब्लम दिखाई थी, ठीक है ना बेटा। दैट देयर आर फॉर एग्जांपल टू सिंपल पेंडुलम्स और टू बॉब्स आर देयर, ठीक है ना बेटा। then charge is given to one object and charge is given to another object as well. Then you are supposed to calculate that tension, the string and the theta, ठीक है ना बेटा। so we'll be playing with that. यहाँ आप ध्यान दीजिए बेटा। ओके so concentrate here, ओके यहाँ ध्यान दीजिए बेटा। तो एग्जाम्पल है क्या बेटा हमारे पास। ओके सो लेट्स फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल लेट मी एक्सप्लेन द एग्जाम्पल टू यू। एग्जाम्पल इज सिंपली लाइक दिस रिजिड सपोर्ट। फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल क्या है बेटा, ये आपके पास बेटा रिजिड सपोर्ट है, ठीक है ना बेटा। देन लाइक दिस, देन दीज आर टू पार्टिकल्स, दिस वन पार्टिकल, दिस अनदर पार्टिकल, ऑल राइट। द चार्ज ऑफ दिस फॉर एग्जाम्पल दैट्स इक्वल टू क्यू, सपोज दैट्स इक्वल टू क्यू, ठीक है ना बेटा। कैपिटल क्यू ले लो या स्मॉल क्यू, वट एवर, ठीक है ना बेटा। और इसका मास भी है दैट इज इक्वल टू एम, ऑल राइट। द सेपरेशन बिटवीन देम is equal to d, ठीक है ना बेटा। length of this equal to L, which is very large compared to D, and there's a reason why this is given. This D is L is very large compared to D. There's a reason, ठीक है ना बेटा। That reason is this. जब ये L बड़ा होगा बेटा compared to D, ठीक है ना बेटा। So this means that this perpendicular will be very small and this base will be very small and this perpendicular will be approximately equal to the hypotenuse, ठीक है ना बेटा। So for example this is theta. तो इस कंडीशन का मतलब क्या है, इस कंडीशन का मतलब है बेटा ये दैट थीटा इज टेंडिंग टू 0 डिग्री, थीटा इज वेरी स्मॉल दैट्स टेंडिंग टू 0 डिग्री, ठीक है ना बेटा। जब ये और ये ऑलमोस्ट इक्वल होंगे बेटा, थीटा विल टेंड टू 0 एंड इन दैट वेरी केस tan थीटा विल बी अप्रोक्सीमेटली इक्वल टू sin थीटा, tan थीटा विल बी अप्रोक्सीमेटली इक्वल टू, यहां ध्यान दीजिए बेटा आपके पास है क्या बेटा tan थीटा इज इक्वल टू दिस साइड डिवाइड विद दिस साइड, sin थीटा किसके बराबर, दिस साइड divided with this side, ठीक है ना बेटा। Now this side and this side are nearly same, so what we can say is that this tan theta and sin theta is approximately same, ठीक है ना बेटा। Okay, so that's why this is given to you that this L is very small compared to D, all right। अब यहाँ ध्यान दीजिए बेटा, so नेक्स्ट बोलो बेटा इस पर कितने फोर्स हैं बेटा। यस्टरडे कल हमने बेटा फ्री बॉडी डायग्राम बनाई थी बेटा, ऐसे यहाँ ध्यान दीजिए बेटा। इस पर एक फोर्स है बेटा T, नीचे की दिशा में एक फोर्स है बेटा दैट्स इक्वल टू mg, याद है ना बेटा आपको। इस दिशा में एक फोर्स है बेटा दैट्स इक्वल टू इलेक्ट्रोस्टैटिक फोर्स, ऑल राइट, ठीक है बेटा। देन व्हाट वी आर डूइंग इज दैट वी रिजॉल्व दिस T इन द रेक्टेंगुलर कंपोनेंट्स। एक कंपोनेंट यहाँ से आएगा बेटा, दूसरा कंपोनेंट यहाँ से आएगा, ये थीटा तो ये थीटा, ठीक है ना बेटा, ये थीटा तो ये थीटा, समझ में आया बेटा। इस T के कितने कंपोनेंट्स, 2 कंपोनेंट्स, यहाँ से क्या आएगा बेटा टी कॉस यहाँ से क्या आएगा बेटा टी साइन थीटा, ठीक है ना बेटा। नाउ दिस पार्टिकल इज इन इक्विलिब्रियम, दिस पार्टिकल इज इन equilibrium, great great great। so when this particle is equilibrium, इसका मतलब है बेटा force in the upward direction is equal to force in the downward direction and force towards right is equal to force towards left। all right, let me write that down quickly, यहाँ ध्यान दीजिए बेटा। so let me write that quickly, so here I will write it down। यहाँ क्या है बेटा t sin theta divided by t cos theta is equal to what, t sin theta किसके बराबर f, ठीक है ना बेटा। t cos theta किसके बराबर बेटा mg, ठीक है ना बेटा। then this what will cancel is that t and t will cancel, sin theta by cos theta किसके बराबर होता है बेटा tan theta के बराबर। बहुत अच्छी बात है बेटा, किसके बराबर आया गया बेटा f divided by mg। अब जो ये इक्वेशन है बेटा, you must memorize this equation, you will have to memorize this equation because 3 questions have been asked on this pattern। लेकिन उसके लिए पहले हमें ये इक्वेशन पता होनी चाहिए बेटा, that is tan theta is equal to f divided by mg। you will see that, ठीक है ना बेटा। 3 क्वेश्चंस आए थे बेटा, 3 क्वेश्चनों में ये इक्वेशन आपको याद होनी चाहिए बेटा, only then you can do the question, ठीक है ना बेटा। तो सिंपल है बेटा, t sin theta equal to f, t cos theta equal to this, divide the two, tan theta will be equal to f by mg। all right, अब यहाँ ध्यान दीजिए बेटा, so concentrate here। so what I will write down here is this, tan theta किसके बराबर है बेटा, है बराबर f divided by mg। okay, so this is our important equation, ठीक है ना बेटा, this is our important equation। तो साइड में मैंने लिखी बेटा important equation। all right, okay, now let's move back to question। अब यहाँ ध्यान दीजिए बेटा, क्वेश्चन क्या है बेटा। now अब जो है बेटा ये है ना, ये charge q, it is given to you that the balls they leak the charge at a constant rate, they leak the charge at a constant rate। that means इसमें से भी लीक चार्ज होता है बेटा, इसमें से भी लीक चार्ज होता है। when the charge will leak, so obviously electrostatic force will decrease, they will be like this। first of all, when electrostatic force will decrease, they will come like this, closer and closer to each other, ठीक है ना बेटा। so then you are supposed to calculate the velocity। अब यहाँ ध्यान दीजिए बेटा, concentrate here, okay, so concentrate here। okay, so then what I will do is this। अब बोलो बेटा, इस फिगर से क्या मैं ये लिख सकता हूँ बेटा, sin theta is equal to f by mg। Can I write like this, that the sin theta is equal to f by mg? Why? Because tan theta is equal to sin theta, ठीक है ना बेटा। okay, now you can calculate that sin theta from here, you can calculate safely from that sin theta from here। sin theta is equal to perpendicular, for example this is equal to x, तो ये डिस्टेंस कितना आएगा बेटा x by 2, ये वाला भी कितना आएगा बेटा x by 2। sin theta will be equal to perpendicular divided by hypotenuse, ठीक है ना बेटा, perpendicular divided by hypotenuse। okay, so sin theta will be equal to perpendicular x by 2, hypotenuse है बेटा l is equal to f by mg। यहाँ मैं लिखूंगा बेटा 1 by mg। f के बदले क्या लिखेंगे बेटा, f के बदले यूज करो बेटा Coulomb's law, k multiplied by product of charges q square divided by distance square, that's equal to x square, ठीक है ना बेटा, that's equal to x square। ठीक है बेटा, यहां तक आपको अच्छी तरह से समझ में आया होगा बेटा। यहां ध्यान दीजिए बेटा, x square into x is x cube, तो पहले मैं यहां लिखूंगा बेटा x cube, क्या लिखेंगे बेटा x cube, ठीक है ना बेटा। यहां बेटा लिखेंगे सिर्फ c square, क्या q square, क्या लिखेंगे बेटा q square, this one, and the rest parameters are constant, I will replace them by c। m is constant, g is constant, k is constant, l is constant, so I will replace all these constants by c, ठीक है ना बेटा। अब आपके पास है क्या बेटा, I will write like this, x raised power 3 by 2, x raised power 3 by 2 is equal to constant multiplied by q, ठीक है ना बेटा, taking root on both sides and then root of the constant is also constant, ठीक है ना बेटा। अब देख लो बेटा, अब आपको velocity निकालनी है बेटा from the position, obviously you will differentiate it, ठीक है ना बेटा। so differentiate both sides, so differentiate both sides, यहाँ ध्यान दीजिए बेटा, differentiate both sides with respect to t, differentiate both sides with respect to, इसकी डिफरेंशिएशन क्या आएगी बेटा, x रेज पर n की डिफरेंशिएशन n x रेज पर n minus 1। so let me differentiate it here for you, ठीक है ना बेटा, let me differentiate it here। तो इसकी डिफरेंशिएशन आएगी बेटा 3 by 2 x raised to the power 1 by 2, ठीक है ना बेटा, n x raised पर n minus 1, 3 by 2 minus 1 is 1 by 2 multiplied by the internal differentiation of x dx by dt, ठीक है ना बेटा, will be equal to constant as such, so multiplied by c into dq by dt, ठीक है ना बेटा। and then it is given to you that it leaks the charge at a constant rate, so this also constant, that the two balls they leak the charge at a constant rate, ठीक है ना बेटा। okay, and then you also know that this dx by dt किसके बराबर होता है बेटा, velocity के बराबर, that means x raised power 1 by 2 into velocity is a constant, so velocity is proportional to 1 by x raised to the power 1 by 2, that's it, this is the answer to the problem, ठीक है ना बेटा। copy pasted from Erodo, asked in IEEE 2011 once and in the NEET 2016 as well, ठीक है ना बेटा। though the problem is a bit difficult, okay, but I am sure आपको अच्छी तरह से ये प्रॉब्लम समझ में आई होगी बेटा, ठीक है ना बेटा। from here we started, this was the equation we discussed yesterday as well, tan theta is equal to F divided by mg, where F is the electrostatic force, mg is the weight. All right. Okay, so that is tan theta. Then it is given that L is very very large compared to D. So in this very case, this tan theta and sin theta will be almost equal. तो वही मैंने वो approximation मैंने यहाँ पे बेटा आपको दिखाई यहाँ पे, ठीक है ना बेटा. tan theta is equal to F by mg, sin theta is equal to F by mg. तो sin theta के बाद हमने क्या लिखा बेटा, perpendicular divided by hypotenuse. तो F के बदले k क्यू स्क्वायर डिवाइड बाय x स्क्वायर, ठीक है ना बेटा. x क्यूब इसके बराबर आएगा बेटा, x रेज पर 3/2 विल बी इक्वल टू q. डिफरेंशिएट बोथ साइड्स. इसकी डिफरेंस आएगी बेटा nx रेज पर n-1 3/2 x रेज पर 1/2. इसकी इंटरनल डिफरेंस आएगी बेटा dx by dt. इसकी डिफरेंस आएगी बेटा dq by dt. दिस इज कांस्टेंट, दिस आल्सो कांस्टेंट. इट इज गिवन टू यू. It is given to you in the problem that the particle loses charge at a constant rate. So dq by dt is a constant. Now this x raised power 1/2 into v is constant. So v is proportional 1 by x raised power 1/2. ठीक है ना बेटा. So ये इसका आंसर है बेटा. Okay. Should we do one more problem? Time क्या होता? 20. Okay. Let's do one more problem. Okay. तो यहाँ ध्यान दीजिए बेटा. We'll be discussing one more problem यहाँ पर. ठीक है ना बेटा. So I'm sure आपको ये problem अच्छी तरह से समझ में आई होगी बेटा. Okay. So let's do one more problem. So this was our problem. ठीक है ना बेटा. We are done with this question. ठीक है ना बेटा. We are done with this question. Okay. So we are done with this question. All right. ठीक है ना बेटा. आप देख लो बेटा, आप next problem क्या है बेटा. Okay. So this is the next question. ठीक है ना बेटा. And important as well. Again important. ठीक है ना बेटा. Concept is exactly same. Exactly same concept. ठीक है ना बेटा. And question is asked in the NEET 2013. Okay. तो पहले आप प्रॉब्लम अच्छी तरह से पढ़ लो बेटा. And take a screenshot of this as well. ठीक है ना बेटा. Question has been asked in NEET 2013. There are two pith balls carrying equal charges are suspended from a common point by strings of equal lengths. The equilibrium separation between them is R. So this R is given to you. Initial equilibrium separation between the two particles is R. Now the strings are rigidly clamped at half the height. Half the height is also important for us. Half the height. ठीक है ना बेटा. The equilibrium separation between the balls now becomes. So you'll have to calculate the new equilibrium separation. For example, that's equal to R dash. You are supposed to calculate the value of this R dash. ये आपको निकालना है बेटा. ठीक है ना बेटा. Okay. So let me first of all make a diagram of this question. ठीक है ना बेटा. So step number first, make a diagram of this question. Only then you can understand it. Number second is that you can write down safely now tan theta is equal to F by mg. ठीक है ना बेटा. We are not going to solve it anymore. Okay. Tan theta will be equal to F by mg. ठीक है ना बेटा. अब यहाँ ध्यान दीजिए बेटा. So let's do it. Let's do it. यहाँ ध्यान दीजिए बेटा. Okay. So concentrate here. So question is simply like this. Again the similar question. It's like this. Again the similar question. ठीक है ना बेटा. Like this it is. Like this it is. Like this it is. Fine. All right. Separation between them is equal to R given to you. All right. Very good. Nice. ठीक है ना बेटा. It is equal to R. Okay. Now this is the vertical separation. For example, this vertical separation. Let's take it anything. Let's take it for example. It is equal to x. ठीक है ना बेटा. It's equal to x. All right. ये R है तो बेटा ये कितना होगा बेटा? R/2. This is angle theta. ठीक है ना बेटा. ठीक है ना बेटा. Obviously. Okay. तो बोलो बेटा तेज रफ्तार से tan theta किसके बराबर है? Tan theta will be obviously equal electrostatic force divided by weight. अब ये इक्वेशन आपको रात के 2 बजे भी याद होनी चाहिए. ठीक है ना बेटा. F divided by mg. All right. So let's calculate tan theta from here. Perpendicular divided by base. तो किसके बराबर आएगा बेटा? R/2 by x. R/2 by x. ठीक है ना बेटा. Will be equal to what? X the perpendicular here. ठीक है ना बेटा. Will be equal to what? What is the electrostatic force? K q square divided by mg. Then here it's R square. Coulomb's law. ठीक है ना बेटा. Okay. So let's try to calculate this R cube here. So it is R cube divided by 2 will be equal to K multiplied by Q square multiplied by X divided by mg. All right. Let me label this as equation number first. Let's label this equation number first. ठीक है ना बेटा. Easily done. Okay. Easily done. Okay. Next what is given to you is this. Now these two balls, they are clamped at half the height. At half the height. That means like this it is. At half the height means that they are clamped like this. So this here one ball, this here one ball. Now the separation no longer becomes R. That is for example some new separation R dash. Now this height will not be equal to x, but rather it will be equal to x by 2. किसके बराबर आएगा बेटा? x by 2. ठीक है ना बेटा. Again let's calculate tan theta. यहाँ ध्यान दीजिए बेटा. tan theta किसके बराबर आएगा बेटा? फिर से tan theta will be again equal to F divided by mg, isn't it? ठीक है ना बेटा. फिर से tan theta किसके बराबर आएगा बेटा? यहाँ ध्यान दीजिए बेटा. tan theta किसके बराबर आएगा? Perpendicular divided. So this is theta. So this will be perpendicular. What is that? R dash divided by 2. ठीक है ना बेटा. R dash divided by 2 x by 2. 2 and 2 will cancel. R dash by x. ठीक है ना बेटा. किसके बराबर आएगा बेटा? So this will be equal to what? R dash divided by x. ठीक है बेटा. ये किसके बराबर आएगा बेटा? K q square divided by mg multiplied by r dash square, because now the separation is r dash. All right, let's again calculate that r dash cube, that's equal to kq square divided by mg. ठीक है ना बेटा, more on x here as well. This is our equation number second. Now have a look on the equation number first and equation number second. You will see some similarity there. यहाँ ध्यान दीजिए बेटा, यहाँ ध्यान दीजिए बेटा. Okay, so have a look on the equation number second here. So this is our equation number first. क्या है बेटा, kq square x divided by mg. Have a look on the equation number second. kq square x divided by mg. ठीक है ना बेटा. So simply what we have is this r dash cube जो है बेटा, वो आपके पास कितना है बेटा, that's r cube divided by 2. The problem is done. r dash किसके बराबर आएगा बेटा, it will be equal to r divided by cube root of 2. ये है इसका आंसर बेटा. This is the answer to the problem. Okay, so I'm sure आपको अच्छी तरह से ये प्रॉब्लम भी समझ में आई होगी बेटा. Okay, so again an important example. यहाँ ध्यान दीजिए बेटा. tan थीटा पहले हमने निकाला बेटा, that's equal f divided by mg. tan theta is equal perpendicular divided by base r by 2x. ठीक है बेटा. Okay, kq square divided by mg r square, r cube divided by 2 will be equal this. फिर बेटा प्रॉब्लम ये है, it is clamped at half the height, so x by 2 and the distance is r dash, so ये आएगा बेटा r dash by 2. यहाँ जो tan theta इसमें आएगा बेटा, that will be equal to perpendicular, that is r dash divided by base, that's x, r dash by 2, x by 2, 2 and 2 will cancel, tan theta ये आएगा बेटा. ठीक है ना बेटा. Then calculate r dash cube there, equate first and second, you will get that r dash is equal to r divided by cube root of 2. ठीक है ना बेटा. One more, last one. होता है 31. Okay. Okay, so dear students, enough for today. ठीक है ना बेटा. So we are done perhaps some 5-6 examples on this. We are pending with a couple of examples, with 2 examples perhaps. Then so in the tomorrow's lecture we'll be done with the Coulomb's law. Then there will be properties of Coulomb's law. Okay, so you take care of yourselves.